speaking of people who don't really know how to write real people as characters, we'll be talking about the new M. Night Shyamalan movie. So, Trap just came out, and we watched this trailer too on our last Rotter Tots, and it was the movie, if you remember, where it was about a dad at a concert, and the whole synopsis is that this concert event was set up to catch this like serial killer. And so the serial killer like left this ticket at the scene of a crime, like a ticket to this show, so they knew that they were going to be there. So it was concert for like his daughter, so he took his daughter to this concert, and pretty early on you realize that like this dude is the one who they're looking for. So the whole movie is like, how does he escape this event or anything? And it's a really solid movie, probably my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie. Normally with these movies, you expect like a big twist or something to happen, but in this movie, like that doesn't really happen. There's not really a big twist or anything. Like what you see is pretty much what you get, and it's a pretty fun ride to to try to figure out how this dude's gonna try to get out of here, and it's a really fun time.
Nice. Yeah, I think the M. Night Shyamalan did paint himself into a corner of all of his movies having twists, but it's kind of nice to see that this one, it's like the twist isn't really the central point of the film. Like I imagine you find out, like you said, pretty early that he's the killer, and then it's more about, is he like kind of the protagonist of the movie?
Yeah, it definitely follows him. And then like towards the end of the movie, it shifts towards like the daughter, and the singer is like somehow like in cahoots with like the FBI who are trying to take down this guy. And so that's what I meant by some of the writing is just a little bit iffy. Like the characters sometimes just make just wild decisions that like a normal person would never make. And then like on top of that, like this whole event was set up to catch this dude, but somehow like the singer at the concert just knows like every little detail about the case and like everything about it. And so like it was all just really funny, but it does like add to like the height of like anxiety and panic that this dude has to go through. So I think it works well, and it comes in at about 2 hours, or I guess it's an hour and 45 minutes. So it's a nice smooth watch, and yeah, I highly recommend it.
Nice. Yeah, I always for the under 2 hour movies, especially like a kind of suspense thriller that's going on there. I've watched pretty much all of M. Night's recent films. Knock at the Cabin, Old. So I think I'll definitely be giving this one a watch, and glad to hear he made a good movie from the sounds of it. It sounds like people are enjoying this one. So
yeah,
nice job, M. Night. Back on the top of the world. I heard he was actually in talks for some MCU stuff, right?
Yeah, they apparently want him to do an X-Men event. So you can imagine the twists and turns that could happen in Professor X's school for gifted youngsters, and I thought that would be wild. I wouldn't know what to expect with that.
I think he would put out something decent. I don't know if he'd do it because he probably wouldn't get like the creative control that he'd be wanting.
Yeah.
So